W News 8.
Losing a loved one is never easy, but dealing with some of the financial issues that come with that can really add to your stress and struggle. Jen Burke with the Maine Credit Union League is joining us now. And Jen, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. This is an important topic that probably isn't discussed enough. What advice would you offer a grieving family that's trying to figure out how to manage a loved one's finances after they pass away?
You know, it can be extremely difficult, particularly if the loved one did not take steps to settle their estate before they pass. You know, not only are you emotionally grieving, but you may just be at a loss as to where to start. It's a daunting process, but there are a few things that, you should keep in mind if you end up in this type of circumstance. The first step is to obtain a copy of the death certificate. Chances are the funeral director that your loved one is with will be able to help with that and obtain a copy for you. But the death certificate is something that you're going to need along the way on a number of fronts to close out bank accounts and other matters. So obtain the death certificate first and make several copies of that certificate once you have that in hand. You're also going to want to contact your loved one's employer. Notify them of your loved one's passing and ask them, particularly an HR representative, if they had life insurance, if there's any extended coverage, let's say for family members. Let's say your loved one had family on their health insurance plan. You want to find out how long that health coverage might last for. And then you want to see if they possibly had a life insurance policy through their work. If they had a life insurance policy, whether it's through their work or elsewhere, you'll want to contact that life insurance company to begin to file a claim. And when you're on the phone with that life insurance company, your loved one may have had other policies such as, renter's insurance or automobile insurance. Those are things that you will need to cancel, so you could certainly connect on that. You'll also want to contact the credit union or bank that they do their finances with, a financial advisor, and the Social Security Administrative Office. Let them know that your loved one has passed and begin the probate process. If your loved one has a will, it makes the estate planning go a little bit smoother. But if they don't, then the probate court will need to sign and administer to your loved one's estate to kind of determine who will get what, and that can take several months. And lastly, I know I'm throwing a lot of information out there. Contact the 3 credit bureaus. It's awful to think about bereavement scams, but bereavement scams happen. You want to make sure that a fraudster doesn't pick up an obituary, online and try to open an account thinking that, this person has passed. Perhaps I can try to get some fraudulent action and taken, open up a credit card or a loan. It's awful to think about that, but this is the world that we live in. So you'll want to contact those credit bureaus and monitor their credit reports for several weeks after their death, just to make sure there's no suspicious activity.
Yeah, it's a shame that we have to think about those things, but surely very important advice, all very practical. Is there anything else that you would encourage people to keep in mind during this process?
Yeah, you have to file a final tax return. And so, keep that in mind. I know that would probably be a little bit further down the road, but ask for help. Consider reaching out to a professional or a financial advisor, particularly on that one. It will just help lighten the load. I mean, again, you've got the emotional burden on you that, you might not be a tax expert. You might not even be a financial expert, so that you might want to reach out for assistance in kind of keeping all of these things straight. You also want to make sure you shore up their physical assets. And by what I mean by that is make sure their home is locked. Take care of any pets that they may have had, and get their mail forwarded, because again, I know I'm bringing up the bad actor scenarios. You want to make sure things are protected while you're sorting out this process. So it's a lot of information, but I hope these tips will help someone if they find themselves in that type of a situation.
Oh, you laid it out so well, and definitely presents a pathway for navigating just a tragic situation that at one point or another we're all surely to find ourselves in.
Yeah, it's a difficult topic, one that people don't like to talk about. So that's why sharing information can be particularly helpful, because you're right, we're all at some point going to find ourselves in that spot.
Yeah. All right, Jen Burke, thank you so much for your time. Great to talk to you.
Thanks so much.